You know, the crazy part is that we probably both like each other, but we probably won't be together because we're both stubborn and we won't let each other know. Like, we'll give each other hints. Like, I'll sometimes like your stories. You'll always like my stories. But at the end of the day, our ego and pride is just way too big. It's too big for this world. And if you don't reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out to you.
Hey, shout out to this chick. She's saying a lot more than she even knows. Oh my gosh, she's saying so much more than she even knows. And here's the thing. Women want us to make the first move at all times. I tell you guys this all the time. A woman is always following a man's lead. A woman is always following a man's lead. Whether subconsciously, consciously, whatever, even psychologically in this example, and I'm gonna break it down to you and show you how. Okay. So here's the thing. When you follow a woman's lead, what you do is you reinforce her insecurity. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that when you put a woman in position to lead, or when you put a woman in position to make the first move, right? What is happening is you have to remember that a woman is always kind of unsure because she knows she's a woman. She knows she's not a man. She knows that naturally speaking, she is not the leader. Nature does not put the woman in the lead. It is natural. Okay, it is a part of nature. It is the man who leads in general. It is the man who leads in nature. It is the man who leads, period. So when you put a woman in position to make the first move, or when you put a woman in position to lead, her natural insecurity makes her unsure of the situation. It makes her unsure of the outcome. And so she starts to anticipate that if something goes wrong, she has a certain level of insecurity about it possibly being her fault or her responsibility. So right there, once you follow a woman's lead, you are reinforcing her insecurity, because if something goes wrong, it's now her fault. And now she has to put the blame somewhere else, because it's very hard for a woman to take accountability when she wasn't meant to be the leader in the first place. Okay. Another way how you reinforce a woman's insecurity by putting her in a leadership position is that, as before, she's not sure of the situation. Why? Because you being the man and you being the leader, she is unsure of whether this is something that you truly desire as the man, or if you're just being weak. You understand? I'm gonna say that again. When you put a woman in a leadership position, you are reinforcing her insecurity, because she's not sure if this is something that you truly desire, or if you are just being weak and allowing her to take control of the situation because you don't have any control, meaning that you don't have any confidence and you don't believe in yourself and you're just totally weak. You understand? Now, if it is true that you are actually weak, the woman starts to feel fear. The woman starts to feel insecure, even more so, and not just insecure, but unsafe. Now she's dealing with a man who is willing to allow anything to happen without his say. So that means you don't have any authority. And if you don't have any authority, then that means you lack control. You lack confidence. You lack autonomy. So that means if you are actually weak and you lack control, influence, and autonomy, you cannot protect her. So she begins to feel more unsafe. And this is what happens when you put women in a leadership position. Their insecurity is reinforced because they're unsure about pretty much the entire situation. So this is why, as men, we have to be the leader. So in this particular situation, right, she is trying to use the idea of being stubborn, ego, and pride to mask her insecurity. What she's really saying is, we both like each other, but I don't want to make the first move because I'm looking to you as the man to be the leader. She's looking for you as the man to be the leader. Like I said before, a woman is always going to follow a man's lead, right? But sometimes when a man is unwilling to take the lead, the woman will assume the role with her best impersonation of what she thinks a man is or what she thinks a man should do. So that's why she's saying, oh, we both like each other, but we may never be together because, you know, my pride and my ego and we're both stubborn and blah, blah, blah. All she's really saying is that if you're not going to lead, if you're going to be stubborn, then I'm going to follow your lead and be just as stubborn. So she's really just trying to impersonate the man. OK, but again, it's really not about her pride, ego, and being stubborn. It's about her not wanting to be put in a position of leadership to reinforce her insecurity. Okay. So she's hiding behind the mask of ego, pride, and being stubborn, which are all masculine traits. Okay, so again, she is still following the man's lead, but in this way, she's following the man's lead by impersonation because she's doing her best impersonation of what she thinks a man is. So if you're standing there being stubborn, if you don't want to take the lead, if you don't want to make the first move, she's going to do the same exact thing because she doesn't want to be placed in a leadership position to reinforce her insecurity. So basically, we have to understand that a woman will always follow a man's lead, but here's the thing, she will follow a man's lead by impersonation or by compliance. Okay. Again, a woman will always follow a man's lead either by impersonation or by compliance. Now, here's the issue. When a woman follows a man's lead by impersonation, that is dysfunction because men and women are not equal. So we have to understand that if a woman is trying to impersonate a man, if a woman is trying to follow a man's lead through impersonation, she's always going to come up short because she's not actually a man. So she doesn't fully understand what she's doing. She's just trying to impersonate a man the best way she knows how. So there's always some type of dysfunction. But when a woman follows a man's lead by compliance, right, what happens is the man who has a strong masculine identity gives the woman instruction and she complies with the instruction. So now she has something to go on. Now she has something to look to. Now she has a source, right? She has a source of confidence. She has a source of leadership. And now she has instructions to reference. Now she can be a woman following a man as it naturally should be. You get what I'm saying? So again, a woman will always follow a man's lead, either by impersonation or by compliance. But for it to be healthy compliance, the man has to have a masculine identity. He has to know who he is. He has to embrace his purpose, and he has to have a great knowledge of self. You understand? He has to be confident. He has to embrace who he is. He has to know who he is. And that is the masculine identity. And that's what the masculine identity membership is all about. Make sure you go to masculineidentitymembership.com and check out the membership. Another thing about this video that is very telling is the part where she says, you know, sometimes we like each other's stories, but you always like my stories. Okay, understand there's a lot going on when she says that, because what she's really saying is that she actually depends on the fact that the man is going to always like her stories, because she's really seeking some type of consistency and action on the man's part. And him liking her stories consistently is the only thing that she has to go on in the situation that has any consistency. So she latches onto that quickly. And of course, it gives her validation and all those other things, which helps to subdue her insecurities, right? Him liking her stories helps to subdue her insecurities, but it also is because he always likes her stories. It is the one thing in the situation that indicates to her that he has some level of consistency, which is what a woman is seeking in the first place. So the thing is that a lot of these videos, I could break down these videos a lot because a lot of it is very elementary. A lot of it is all we're really dealing with is insecure women looking for men who are willing to lead. You understand? So this is why I talk about masculine identity. This is why I created the masculine identity membership, because what women are ultimately looking for at the end of the day are men who know who they are, men who embrace who they are, and men who know their purpose, men who possess a masculine identity. Make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com and check out the membership. I got a bunch of different tiers. I got a new tier that's more affordable for everybody. So make sure you guys go check that out, man. And like I said, guys, women are always seeking leadership. So learn how to be a really good leader. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. It's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.